Mr. Atkins said this is really good, and he's right, it is really good because you're so animated and you're just good on camera. But you are right that some of the lip syncing, if you're going to do this kind of video, it's got to be absolutely nailed on. The only other thing I would say is I would have some different footage projected over you. I would make the footage change more than it does.
Okay.
I mean, what you've got, it looks really good. But I would... Where did you film?
Home next to the sea.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just does my head in.
No. It's not really anything good, might be. It might be something we're done. It's long,
And then that's the end, and the rest of it's just like extra clips I didn't delete before.
Okay. The good news is this is going to be really good because you're doing it as a star vehicle video and you just look great on camera. You know, you're really animated and really convincing as a kind of star, which is really good. I think there are things you should change though. One of them is you need to be in it more as a character. So I think when you went to the beach, I would say you should have made it more of like the two of you starring in it, and actually see you passing a camera back and forth and like recording this romantic trip to what looks like a freezing cold beach. But I think you need to do more of that. I also think you should, and I'm going to say this very cautiously, but I think you should like almost make it more like you're properly making out. And then I think when you've got the, when it's some of you in the studio doing the lip syncing, I think you should kind of have the footage of you making out on the beach projected over you, because that's what people, you know, what you've got to get across is the idea that, you know, you're two smoking hot people having a time of your lives, and I'd make that a bigger part of the video. So just, I think, but you should be much more of a character in this, because again, you've got a look and you want to sell that, so you're for the boys and you've got to be there for the girls, and you've got to like be...
It was quite hard at the beach because obviously it was just us two, and then because it was so cold and...
Absolutely. And it's not going to get warmer, but I think, so I mean, so your options are, do you go to the beach or do you think of another location?
Yeah, we could choose a different location.
We did at first think about going to like some wooded area and do it in the wooded area, but then we went to the beach instead, so we just recorded it there.
Okay. You could also just film in a room, couldn't you? In a bedroom. It doesn't, I mean, you could have some footage on a beach, but you could also have footage. Because I think bringing in different visual elements would also be quite useful for this. So maybe just having some bits where you make it out. I don't mean make it pornographic. I'm not for a moment, you know, but just like look like you are really. You've got to play to your strengths, and the fact that you are both so comfortable in each other's presence. Just make a play of that, and actually have you, you know, like a couple kind of making a video of you know, filming yourself, just kind of playing around with each other. But in a way that's appropriate for something that can be screened in a video. That's what you're trying to get across. So it should be like the viewers are watching something that's kind of quite a lovely intimate moment between two people who are in love with each other. That's what I think you want to get across. And you're almost there, but you're kind of a little bit camera shy. So like when you're on the beach, you're guilty of filming the back of Esme's head, but then you do turn around and look at the camera, and there just needs to be a lot more of that kind of making love to the camera kind of stuff. But I mean making love to the camera as in sort of not making love on the camera. No. We don't want that at all. So you just got to kind of judge it and get more footage, and then have that projected over you as well would be really good.
Okay.
So what you've got to do is you've got to get a camera and you've got to kind of pimp Matt up, and you've got to like film him like you're kind of just in lust with him
Okay.
on screen, and then you've got to have him and you together. But this is going to be really good. The other issue then is how you're going to turn this into a digipack idea.
Yeah, that's the part like the CD cover and stuff.
Alright.
Yeah.
Which is a tricky one.
Straight after he came, Sam came in.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
And sure the bosses
It's almost got to be, I mean, because you're the star, you almost need to cover like the one that Emily's created.
That's why.
You could use some of the visual elements that you've got in the. But do you know what would be really good? Would be if you had one of those Polaroid cameras,
Oh yeah.
and in the video you're taking Polaroids of each other, and then on the digipack you could do it with a series of like Polaroids.
I think my
So
sister has one that we could buy.
The thing is, you don't even have to actually take pictures.
Yeah.
You just have to make it look like you're taking pictures, and then you could just get images and polarize them and have that. So your front cover image could be like a very clearly Polaroid kind of image, and you know, like when people write on the Polaroid pictures, so it could be handwritten text, and kind of do the name of the band that way. And then the inside panels could just be loads and loads of Polaroids of you looking glam and you looking glam and the two of you together. And that could be kind of a design across there.
Yeah.
And it could even be so that on one panel they're quite big and then you sort of have them just receding and getting smaller and smaller, so get a sense of scale. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, so I think, I really like it. You've been really smart in playing just your strengths, and it's going to be really good. Cool. No, I really like it.